So just tell me who you are again and what neighborhood you live in.
Okay, I'm Becky Farrar and I live in the Panhandle.
Okay. And you lived in San Francisco
I've lived in San Francisco for 2 years.
and you're originally from.
I'm originally from Colorado.
Okay. And tell me the story of you. What brought you out to San Francisco?
I came out here for graduate school, and I don't know that I want to tell my crazy story.
That's what makes you you.
Yeah. So I came out to Colorado basically because I was muscle testing with my doctor about what I should be doing next. I was working in public relations and knew I needed to leave, and was just talking to her about what I should do and where I should go. And literally, the only place that kept coming up was San Francisco and this school. So that's why I came.
You said you were muscle testing?
Yeah, it's where basically your body will hold strong for a truth that like resonates like deep in your soul, and it'll go weak for something that's false. So you can do it even just with eye color. If you were to ask someone to say a statement about their eye color that was false, their arm would go weak. And if you said something that was true, then it would hold strong. So it's playing on this body's innate ability to know a truth from a falsity.
Hmm. How did you find out about that?
Um, some, I think I used to date a guy who was a naturopath in Colorado, and he showed me it. He asked me a question about what I should do or where somewhere we were going to go eat or something, and my arm went weak, and then it went strong. And so I used that to make a lot of the decisions in my life, which seems kind of silly. But I think everybody needs like a divination tool, and muscle testing is my divination tool.
Cool. So you said you came out here to go to graduate school, or you're in school?
Yeah, I'm getting my master's at the California Institute of Integral Studies.
Okay. What is that?
It's a private psychology, mostly psychology school. They have really great, I'm in it for a philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness program that is, as a friend of mine says, it's pretty much just about everything. Yeah.
Um, I was actually a philosophy minor in school too, and a lot of people asked me what I wanted to do with that when I was done. Do you get asked that question a lot?
I get asked all the time. And I used to say, like, oh, I'm just going to be a bum and make fun of it, or, oh, it's just something really great. And then sometimes I would just kind of shy away and not want to answer the question. And now I realize that philosophy is what enables me to think. And so I can actually just do any job that much better with critical thinking.
Cool. Is there a big community of people here to go to that school, or?
Yeah, there's an amazing group of people who go to that school here. It's my family. My program is amazing. We're just so close. We actually have our school retreats at Esalen, where we spend a week just hanging out, going in naked hot tubs, and eating meals together.
What is Esalen?
Esalen is a retreat center near Big Sur, where the beat movement was mostly focused a lot of times. Like Jack Kerouac was there for a long time, Alan Watts, Buckminster Fuller, all these people who kind of were entrepreneurs, and I describe them as kind of the beat movement. So it's kind of like a hippie place.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff do you like to do in San Francisco?
What do I do in San Francisco?
For fun, or?
I like to go for runs in Golden Gate Park. I love all the great yoga classes. One of my favorite things, though, is just to take my yoga mat on the roof at night and do yoga under the stars.
Did you do yoga before you moved to San Francisco?
Yeah, I was a yoga teacher before I came to San Francisco.
So for those people that maybe aren't so interested in yoga, what do you feel the benefits are of you doing it?
Well, there's different types of yoga, and I think this is where a lot of people get confused about what yoga is, because there's actually 7 different types of yoga, and we always think of yoga as the movement practice we do in the United States, but there's all other sorts, like there's bhakti yoga, where you're professing love for the divine. It's devotional yoga that doesn't include postures or things like that. There's jnana yoga, which is just the yoga of wisdom, which I would consider myself as a philosopher to practice the most frequently. So the benefits of physical movement are, of course, amazing just like any exercise. But I think it's important that the yogis a long time ago realized that you had to have a full balance to be a balanced yogi, you had to use your mind and your body at the same time.
So what's the traditional type of yoga? Like when you go to yoga class, that's what kind?
It's called hatha yoga.
Hatha yoga.
Mm.
So that's more about physicality or exercise or?
Yeah, that's the physical postures, and I think it's a misnomer that we associate it with exercise, because yoga isn't necessarily about exercise. Yoga is about connecting with your body and connecting with your heart and your soul through your body. And so I think in the United States it's strange that that's our access point to get into yoga, but it's also not why it was created. So sometimes I'm kind of yoga stabbing when I go to classes. If they don't mention anything about, what yoga really is or any sort of connection with your breath, then I realize that they probably don't know much about where yoga came from. That was my snobby side.
Cool.